Right, just to let you know what I'm doing, I'm narrating this as I'm watching it, and I'm not very good, so if you can bear with me. This is the 5-pole SSG I use for small tests and timing things. You can see it's pulsing 3 pulses a minute. The strobe light's mounted to the camera, and the SSG is also connected to the scope. The strobe is coming on the lower pulse in the waveform, which is the coil charge. We're down to 2 pulses per magnet pass now. You can see it both on the scope's trace and on the rotor. The coil charging just after TDC. There's the frequency. Just dropping into a single pulse now. And then we'll just skip through to full speed, which is 210 Hz. You can see the pulse width at the bottom there. At the bottom of the trace is almost double the top of the trace. So the coil charge is twice as long as the coil discharge. I'll plug the pulse generator in now, which will cause a bit of interference as it gets switched in. There we go. And the next step is to stop the wheel. There, firing from a 1 microsecond pulse. Just put the meter in again to show you the frequency. 210 Hz. Now if you notice that the lower coil charge pulse is almost the same width as the coil discharge, so already at the same frequency we've reduced the input. You can't really see the pulses in the bottom trace because they're so small. I'll zoom in on this highlighted part, and the bottom trace shows the pulse that initiates the transistor into conduction. This is actually 2 volts around about 1.5 microseconds. Just go back a bit. It's a bit fiddly with the old scope. There we go. It's still difficult to see that the pulse is so narrow. It's not really showing up on the video, but it is there because it's the only thing switching it on. And just go back to our normal setting, and now I'll go and adjust the rotor, the base resistance, which you can see is increasing and decreasing the pulse width. I haven't got enough variable resistance to send it into self-oscillation, which it will do, just like a normal rotor based. Now the advantage is just setting the reset pin on the A stable to 0 volts, switches the unit off, and that's all for now.